Hey everyone, welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. I want to send a big Texas howdy to everyone watching. Thanks for being here. This is an 8-hour endurance race out at Dallas Karting Complex, and I'm going to tell you and show you how the whole day went for us during our race.
Okay, good.
If you haven't watched it yet, I made a completely different video prior to this one, talking about this race, giving the particulars about this race, who we are as a team, and what our strategy is going to be for this race. So if you haven't watched that one, check that one out. If you have, thank you so much and welcome to this one. Some quick highlights about this race. It is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Each team paid $3,000 to enter. There are 23 teams in this event, consisting of 4 drivers each. The top 3 finishing teams get paid out. Third place gets paid $4,000. Second place gets paid $6,000, and the winners get $10,000. The karts are brand new, never been run before in a race. The karts were assigned to us randomly, as well as our starting position and pit spots were assigned to us randomly, except for the very first few. They were actually auctioned off. I think at least positions 1 through 7 were auctioned off, with pole position paying $950 for the right to start on pole position. There are some national level karters in this race, and some of them have formed teams together, as well as other teams coming in from different parts of the country. So doing well in this race is going to be extremely difficult. Trying to get a top 3 finish is going to be even more difficult. So make sure you hang in there and see how we did. Our team name is the Rental Kart Rejects. This is going to be my longest video I've ever done, but I think it's important to show you what happened throughout the day so you have an understanding of this event as it happened. So it's time to go racing. Let's go.
When I say go, you're gonna go. When I say go,
Go, go, go, go, go, go. You got comms. So what's going on here is a teammate has to run across the track, put a sticker on the driver's helmet, and then the driver can take off. So we're going to ride along with Bryce for a little bit, show you how this race started for us and for the other competitors. Got a left hairpin here. Lots of movement. You can see karts sliding around. You can tell by how Bryce is handling the steering wheel. The track is slippery. There's a thin level of moisture on the track, as overnight there's some fog that rolled in, so the track's a little bit damp. So it's going to be slippery for a little bit. So right here we get bumped in the back. No big deal. He gets a good run on 35. Getting a good run on 38. We got a left-hander coming up, followed by a right-hander. So he settles in here. And then here's some rental kart racing, opening lap stuff. Just pretty bumpy. Not as bad as I've ever seen, but kind of normal for rental kart style racing. Now up here in the first video, we talked about no self-inflicted wounds was one of our rules. Watch this. Right there, driver spins out, and we get lucky there by being able to go underneath everything. So now I think we're in, if I'm not mistaken, we're in 6th place. And that spin right there cost that team, if I had to guess, 15, maybe 20 seconds. And given the level of competition out here, it's really hard to make a mistake and cost yourself that much time and come back from that, because nobody is that much better than anybody else out here today. So let's not take any unnecessary risk. It's an 8-hour race. Let's just bide our time. Bryce is going to be driving 90 minutes before he comes in and does a pit stop. Now this race, some of the rules were everybody had to drive 2 times. The most somebody could drive in one stint was 90 minutes. The minimum time was 40 minutes. So that played into our strategy big time. Up ahead in 54, I believe that's Shaston. Bryce, I guess, says hello and then says go. Like, I'm going to try to work with you. So right here, you're gonna see a transition to the right. We're on the north track right now. Now we're transitioning to the south track. So there's 2 kart tracks at this facility. And we're doing what's called a super track, which when combined is around 1.5 miles long. And the lap times are like 2 minutes, 20, 25 seconds, something like that. Somewhere in the 2 minute, 20 second range. So he's working with Shaston a little bit and decides to go underneath him, says, I'm just gonna go, and Shaston says, go ahead. You don't wanna fight with another driver because this is gonna slow you down, especially early. It works best if you line up, like those 2 karts up ahead, they're lined up like a train and just trying to push each other and work with each other. If you can do that, you can be way more efficient and way faster together. Up ahead in kart 51, that is Jake French. He's a national level driver, fantastic driver. And his team is definitely one of the favorites to win this race, I would say. And he's wearing a weight vest, you can tell. The combined total team weight for all the drivers and everything they're gonna be wearing has to be 760 pounds. That comes out to a 190 pound average per driver. We're in 3rd place here. Everything's looking pretty good, but it's early still. Now watch this. This is kind of interesting. We're on the outside now because the next turn is a left-hander, but that driver points Bryce forward and just settles in behind him. He's in it for the long game just like we are. No reason to fight each other and slow each other up. Just get in line and let's be efficient. And I think he knew Bryce was probably a little faster than him. And kart 48, they've got that 360 cam on top of the kart. Their video's on YouTube the whole 8 hours, unedited, no commentary, just music. We go inside here and we take the lead. I mean, holy smokes, we're in the lead. What? We didn't expect this. But again, no reason to celebrate. It is a few minutes into an 8-hour race, so nothing has really happened, but Bryce is doing a really good job. Got us from 10th position up into the lead, and now it's time to lay down some really fast laps. And that was a strategy. If we can get Bryce in the kart first, and if we can get him through the pack and get him some clean air like he has here, nobody in front of him, nobody to have to work around, he can just concentrate on going as fast as he can, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. So we couldn't have asked for a better start to the race so far. So the 8-hour endurance race started. We put our little fastest guy, we call him little, he's taller than me, but weight-wise. We put Bryce first, and he's in the lead by a few seconds, so everything's working so far. He's going to do 90 minutes, maybe a smidge under. I'm going to go next and do 40. And then I think Russell, who's going after me? Me. Russell and then him. He's going to do, I think, 70 minutes, and Justin's going to do 40 minutes. We got to do at least like a little over 40 minutes, actually, to be compliant with the rules. The track's a little damp, just from like the fog or whatever this morning, but Bryce, we're on the radio with him, and said it's okay. I'm going to go on the kart next, so at about 9:30, it's 9:17, at 10:30, probably 10:25, Bryce is going to come in, and then we have to go to the scales right there and away. Around 30 minutes in, Bryce starts to catch the first driver and put him a lap down, given we're in first place. Now, it's really important for us to get around these lap karts as efficiently as possible and not get held up behind them and lose time, but you also can't make unnecessary and risky moves because you could end up running off track and spinning out and losing a bunch of time. So we also don't want to do that. You're going to see Bryce here look down at the gas tank and see, or try to see about how much fuel we have. And also too, listen to the squealing of the tires. The track is now dry, so that dampness disappeared pretty quick. All right, Bryce is still in the lead. He's doing fantastic. Getting ready to get in the kart. As you can tell, Red Bull time.
You guys think I could throw a lid on Bryce and just have him go for me? I think that's
only got 2.5 hours of sleep last night. It really sucked. We are getting ready to come in to do our first pit stop, add some fuel, and do a driver change. In Bryce's first stint, he started 10th and, of course, is in first place. He completed 35 laps. His fastest lap was lap 33. It was 2 minutes, 22.47 seconds. This is our pit cam. That is me waiting for Bryce to come into the pits. On the left side of my helmet, that's called a send. That's how we talk to each other in the pits. And on my left bicep, that is my cell phone. So in essence, I am taking a phone call from someone else's cell phone, and it's communicating through my headset. That's how we talk. It's the most efficient way. That is Russell signaling Bryce.
Push it back, push it back.
Our cart has to be completely in its pit spot before we can do anything to the cart. So he pushes it back. He's gonna go get the fuel jug. I'm gonna lay this towel down to try to soak up any fuel that may spill. Only the exiting driver can handle the fuel jug.
You gotta wipe that off, okay?
I'm telling him to wipe it off because we're also not allowed to wipe off any fuel that may spill. Only the driver can. These fuel jugs are completely full. You can see it's leaking. The gaskets either are not in or are not working. And everybody was having problems with spilling gas all over the place, which you're gonna see is gonna happen here to us. No fault of Bryce's. It's just hard not to spill any gas when you're going as fast as you can. We got more clarification on the pit stop rules as the day progressed. We didn't really get them all until the day of, but we got a lot more efficient with the pit stop. So he's putting the gas cap back on. I'm getting ready to get in the cart and start my stint. I'm gonna adjust the steering wheel. There's 3 settings. I like the middle one. We're gonna roll off the throttle here to make this left-hander to make sure I don't hit the wall. Full throttle as we enter the south track. Look left, it's clear. And this is the start of my 40-minute stint. I'm wearing a 15-pound weight vest, and I'm going to weigh at least 231 pounds compared to Bryce's 140. I'm gonna be driving for 40 minutes compared to Bryce's 90 minutes. So our strategy is you let our fastest guy, which is Bryce, drive the most possible, which is 90 minutes 2 times. I'm gonna be the slowest given that I weigh the most. So we're gonna limit me to the minimum time, which is 40 minutes 2 times. Justin is a second heaviest person at 201 pounds. He's gonna drive 40 minutes 2 times. And then Russell, who weighs 188 at least, is going to take up the remaining time, which is going to be 70 minutes 2 times. So that's our strategy. According to the data we had for the race, even though we came into the pits in first place, when I got on track, we were in second place. And you can hear a cart coming up on the left-hand side of me right there. That's number 51. Driving that cart is Nathan. He's on the Jake French race team, BBD Racing. They're all 4 national level kart drivers, super fast. So I'll point him ahead knowing that I can't keep up with him. He's wearing a weight vest, and I'm guessing with that weight vest, he probably weighs around 190 pounds. So I outweigh him by probably around 40 pounds. And in the previous video, we talked about how much that could affect you per lap. So for every 10 pounds, we figured probably half a second. So we're looking at about a 2-second per lap spread between myself and Nathan, who is in front of me. Now, knowing that, I don't panic because I already know this. I know what our strategy is. We're gonna be heavy, we're gonna be slow. I'm what we call the weight mule, so is Justin. So you can't say, oh look, Nathan is beating me, I'm not doing my job. Well, I need to drive harder, I need to drive faster. Well, when you do that, sometimes you start making mistakes because you're pressing too much. And when you make mistakes, guess what? You go slower. So this is part of the strategy. Everybody has to pay that weight bill. We're paying it right now, the minimum amount we have to, which is 40 minutes per heavy driver. It can be a little frustrating watching another driver drive away from you, especially if it's for a position, but you also have to understand what your role is on the team and stick to that role and do the best you can in that role. I did pass my share of karts, but they were lap karts. So for me, I was trying to be consistent and not blow any corners. Like right there, the cart gets away from him a little bit, and you see how much time he lost in that corner. And over time, mistakes like that add up to a lot. It may not seem like it, but we're driving as hard as we can, and we're constantly making corrections lap over lap to fix any errors we may do. Listen for the throttle blip there on the exit. I messed up that turn, so the next time around, I fix it and don't have to lift the next time through. So we're paying attention to even the smallest detail to try to go as fast as we can every lap. It's time to come into the pits. I went on track in second spot, coming off track in fourth. I completed 17 laps. My fastest lap was on lap 15. I did a lap time of 2 minutes, 27.52 seconds. Can't do anything until we cross the line right there. Make the turn, take the seatbelt off, get through the seatbelt, look for your pit spot on the right. Slow down, don't go over the line. Stop the cart, get out of the cart, get out of the way. Russell's in the cart, so it goes from being very amped up to nothing pretty instantly after you get out of the cart.
No way. Fuck, don't bump it.
1108. Sir?
Team name?
Rental Kart Rejects.
Looking at
Oscar.
1108. 236.
All right, we just came off track. Track feels great, real grippy. Kart feels awesome, no issues. We got Russ out on the track right now. According to the data we have, we made up some places during the pit stop. Russell went on track in second place, and during his stint of 70 minutes, got up to first place. He completed 30 laps. His fastest lap was his 26th lap, with a lap time of 2 minutes, 23.77 seconds. This is Russell into the pits to do a driver swap with Justin so he can do his very first stint. Right here, Russ, right here. Nice and easy, nice and smooth. Got about a quarter tank left.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Is it even going in?
Yeah,
it is.
Keep going.
Keep going.
We're good.
Justin, get over there and get ready to get in. Justin, get ready.
You gotta wipe off too.
You're good. Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. And stop.
Wipe the fuel, wipe the fuel. Don't put that up yet.
Get your gloves. He's talking about the fuel jug.
Get your gloves. Get your gloves. Get your gloves.
Nice and neat. Off the gas a little bit to make the turn. He's looking left, checking for traffic already. Looks left again, clear. And this is the start of Justin's first stint of the day, 40 minutes. He weighs around 201 pounds. This is a few minutes into Justin's session, and if you listen closely, you can hear a cart approaching on the left-hand side to make a pass. And that is the number 35 Team Kiwi team. This is for position. Team Kiwi is one of the top teams out here, and I'd say one of the favorites to win. Them, the Jake French team, and there's a few other teams that are really good. But this is definitely one of the top teams. In the cart right now, I believe that is Noah Zarsk. Noah is currently a shifter driver, and Justin and I were actually eyeing him to ask him to be on our team. If we couldn't get Bryce, Noah was definitely someone we were going to ask next. They also have a phenomenal shifter driver named Jordan Musser, and he's quick. They have another driver named Doug Stupé, who I've raced against in club racing. He's fast. By the way, he has a little dog named Kiwi, and I think that's the inspiration for their team name. Sweet little dog. And their other driver, I don't know who he is, but apparently he races in some kind of car series, but regardless, they're not going to ask someone that's not good to be on their team. Now, this is important to point out. Noah, I believe, is their lightest driver, so their fastest driver. And I would say Justin outweighs him by 40 or 50 pounds. But you can see Justin's doing a really good job of hanging with Noah, within reason. He's not gapping him instantly. He's doing a really good job here of hanging in there and just managing his race. Again, Justin knows not to press and overdrive. He just knows, look, I'm one of the weight mules. My job is to carry the weight for 40 minutes and go as fast as I can. If they pass me, they pass me. I'm going to do my job. And that's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly why Justin is really crucial to our team. He does his job. He doesn't make mistakes. We're further into Justin's session. A couple of things to point out for later. Check out the sky. Really different from this morning when it was overcast. Clouds are starting to part, starting to become a very sunny day here in Texas. Now, the weather forecast is for a potential thunderstorm to develop in about 3 or 4 hours. Right now, it's around 12:30 or 12:40 p.m. And there's a chance of a thunderstorm around 3 or 4 o'clock is what the weather forecast says potentially could happen. So here in Texas, it can be a nice day like it is, and all of a sudden in the afternoon, boom, there's a thunderstorm that forms, heavy downpours. Another thing to point out here is that Justin's driving by himself, and it looks like nothing is happening. Well, that's wrong. Everything is happening. What's going on right now in our race and with Justin driving is just as important as any other minute in the race. Justin's not taking corners off, not getting lazy with the braking, with the acceleration, missing apexes. He's being very consistent because he knows that everything he does counts. And what he does in this race, whether he's pacing with someone else, passing someone else, or by himself, that everything eventually is going to add up, and it's going to either help us or it's going to hurt us. An individual goal we had for each person on our team was beat your man. What that means is be faster than whoever your counterpart is on the other team. For example, Justin's not going to beat Noah, but he doesn't have to. He just has to beat the second heaviest driver on their team. Bryce's job is to be the fastest driver on the track. My job is to be the fastest, heaviest guy on the team compared to everybody else. That was the goal for us. Here you're going to see Justin exercise a little bit of patience and good judgment. He gets a good run coming back down the hill on 61, and he can make a really late lunge to the left and try to pass this guy, but he says, no, I'm going to stay in line, and I'll just get him on the backside of this turn. He had a pretty good line there, that driver did. He got out of the way, so thank you to that driver and that team. So if Justin would have went for that move to try to go faster, he actually would have ended up hurting us. Justin is getting ready to come into the pits and do a driver swap with Russell. I'm showing it in the data here that he's kind of coming into the pits, and we're in second place. He completed 16 laps. His fastest lap was on lap 11 of his stint. It was a 2-minute, 26.03 second lap time. I don't recall us being aware that we're in second place because our race is only halfway over. So we got a lot more to go. So Justin's in the pits, looking for our pit spot. There it is. Nice, slow, easy, controlled stop. Seatbelt. Get out of the cart. Russell gets in the cart. Off he goes. And Justin is going to hit the scale and get weighed.
And rental car reject. All right. Both okay, yeah.
40 on the dot.
Was it? What is it? Feels good, right?
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
I moved the seat forward. Do you want to tell Russell? Yeah.
You put me moved it back.
Okay.
Russell is beginning his second drive of the day. First driver on our team to go 2 times. This is going to be a 70-minute drive for him. And he weighs 188 pounds, which is 48 pounds heavier than Bryce, which you can see our strategy. Bryce weighs 140. He drives the most. Russell weighs 188, our second heaviest driver. That's not super light, but it's not heavy either. It's real close to the average weight of 190. So we're trying to set everything up for Bryce, who's going to go last on our team at the very end of the day for 90 minutes. And right there, Russell's very good at making passes. Nice, clean pass. Thank you to that driver as well. Something really important and crucial for our race happened right here. Remember Shaston from Bryce's opening start of the race? Well, that's him right there. He's going to tap his helmet right there. And what that means is, hey, work with me, push me, let's work together. And the reason this is important, I mentioned this a little bit earlier in the video, 2 carts linked up, working together can go a lot faster than just one single rental cart on their own. Because you got to remember, rental carts together, strong. Here's a little bit of inside team info I'm going to share with you. I don't think Russell's going to mind. A week before this race, all 4 of us went up to the track and we ran 4 consecutive rental cart sessions. And Russell was just kind of tired. I was real surprised. He wasn't looking as fresh after those sessions as we would have thought, and he admitted to it. So what we did as a possible adjustment to our strategy, instead of him going 70 minutes twice, we were maybe going to take 10 or 12 minutes off of him, and either Justin or myself would drive those minutes, depending on who was driving faster between the 2 of us. But it turned out on race day, that was not an issue. One thing we also did for Russell to try to help him out to stay cool was I took one of my karting suits I don't usually wear because it's a little heavier, and I cut the liner out of it. So it knocked off about 2 pounds worth of weight on the suit itself. But more importantly, it made the kart suit very thin and just way cooler to wear versus the suit that Russell was going to wear. So that helped him out a little bit as well. I didn't record Russell's first drive because I was in the car right before him and didn't have a camera ready for him when he got in the cart. But a very similar thing happened during his first drive that is happening here. He linked up with the cart and was able to work with them and lay down some really fast lap times. And when he got out of the cart and Justin got in, he was really fired up and wound up about it and telling me all about it. Well, after Justin's 40-minute stint, we were going to put Russell right back into the cart for 70 minutes. And I just talked about the fitness concerns that we had with him. So I said, hey man, that's cool, but tell me about it later. Go in your car, crank up the AC like you talked about doing, get you something to drink, and chill out because you're getting ready to get right back in this cart and we need you as fresh as possible. Watch how Russell manages his pass on a lap cart. So entering the left-hander, this bowl, Shaston's going to go to the bottom to make the pass. Well, going to the bottom, like right there, is not the most efficient way. Russell doesn't follow him. He stays up high and then goes down, uses that momentum, gives Shaston a little bump, and makes it super efficient and fast for both of them to make that pass. It's things like that that show how smart of a driver Russell is behind the wheel. Something else Russell's doing that you're not aware of unless you've been in this situation is he's not driving like he normally does. He's altering the way he drives the corners because Shaston's in front of him. So like right here, he may brake 3 to 5 feet later normally, but because Shaston's in front of him, the last thing he wants to do is run into Shaston because it'll push him out wide and slow both of them down. So Russell's having to adjust his driving style based on what Shaston's doing. Shaston gets the brake and into the turn however he wants. And credit to Shaston, he has to trust that Russell's not going to slam into him as he's making a turn like right here, that he's going to give him the space and let him do his thing. Here Russell's going to do a similar move like he did before. He's going to take the normal line while Shaston makes the pass, and right here he's going to overlap with him a little bit, but he's going to immediately point him forward, and Shaston sees it and says, yep, we're good. He didn't have an opportunity to bump Shaston in the corner based on the entry and exit of the corner. It's counterintuitive, but you have to fight the urge to not pass the other driver and stay in line. There's still several hours left in this race, and it's just trying to be as efficient as possible and working with the other drivers. So here he's going to come around, and on the right-hand side are the pits, and you see Russell give a fist pump right there. I guess he's just really fired up about working with Shaston, but we don't care. If Russell's happy, then the rest of the rental cart rejects are happy too. We thought Russell would be fast enough to supplement what we had planned for Bryce, which was to take positions on track, and he was. We didn't want to leave all of the heavy lifting and all the passing up to Bryce. Russell definitely did his job and passed his share of karts and keep us in contention, which is exactly what he did. He did a really nice job. In his second session, Russell completed 28 laps, with his 19th lap being his fastest, with a time of 2 minutes, 22.90 seconds. which was 0.87 seconds faster than his first stint, which was approximately 40 minutes before. Here comes Russell into the pits to do a driver swap and add fuel. Take the GoPro off, give it to Justin. Let's lay the towel down over the gas tank in case we spill any fuel.
Fuel cap's here.
Let him know where the fuel cap is so he knows where to go,
Tell me when.
because only he can screw it back
Tell
on.
him when.
Bryce is calling the fuel.
You don't put the fuel away, just put it right there. Get it out of there. Russell, go! Put the shit back on there.
Russell started to return the fuel jug back to the pits, and I was like, no, don't do that. You don't have to. That's why I got frustrated. I could probably take off here and save a little bit of time. So we're not mad at each other. We're just passionately communicating with each other. I notice the seat is further back than I like it. There's a little red lever in between your legs that you can pull on. I'm trying to move the seat forward. I like it all the way forward. Right there, I finally get it. So, okay, I'm comfortable. I'm starting my last 40-minute session. I show Russell got us into the lead, but when we exited the pits, we were second. And right here, the number 53 cart, that is Speed Factory Greenville 2. They also have a Speed Factory Greenville 1 cart, which is cart number 44. So this is, I believe, for position. That driver doesn't look like he's carrying any weight. Looks kind of small. So I'm assuming that I'm heavier than he is, and I don't think I suck that bad. Maybe a little bit, but not that bad. But he's starting to gap me. You know, I just don't recall paying attention to what spot we were in the middle of the race. And I talked to Justin, and he felt the same way. We were kind of like, oh wow, we're winning the race at first. And then it's like, well, I don't know what spot we're in. We're just driving, and we're not really going to know till the end of the race how this race is really going for us, because everybody's on a different strategy. So it was just put your head down and drive. So around 18 minutes into my drive, I get passed here by a faster driver. I point him through. That's cart number 41. I don't show that he's for position. I'm going to try to hang with him, and again, he appears to be lighter. So what happened here was I was able to pace with him for a little bit, but slowly over time he started to slowly just drive away from me. And you can't tell from here, but there's another guy right behind me that is a very similar speed to this driver. And a little bit later, that driver behind me gets a run and tries to make a move here. It's just a bad spot to try to pass. I would have preferred that he waited till we go up the hill, but I guess he was having trouble passing because I was just taking my normal line. So he gets a run here. This is cart number 47. I'm not sure what team that is, but I'm not showing there for position. So you can see that first driver, he's starting to kind of gap me a little bit. I'm thinking right here, I am not going to let this guy gap me as well. I got to drive. I'm already driving as hard as I can. I got to drive even harder and try as hard as I can to not let this guy get away from me. And that's exactly what happened. So for the next 20 minutes or so, which was the rest of my drive time, I was able to keep up with this cart and sometimes get real close to his rear bumper. Now, I wasn't going to pass him if the opportunity presented itself. I remember feeling during this drive a lot more settled down and locked in compared to my first drive. I was happy with my first drive of the day, but I was kind of amped up the whole time. Just kind of felt just not settled in like I do right now. I just feel very comfortable here. I've got something to chase here, which is cart 47. We're doing good lap times. We're really helping the team. I feel pretty good. I'm also on 2.5 hours of sleep, and I did drink a sugar-free, of course, Red Bull before both stints, and I don't really feel tired at all. So my 40-minute drive is coming to an end. Coming up, we have Justin for 40 minutes, and then we're going to finish the day off with Bryce for the final hour and a half of the race. I feel really good about how this drive went. Justin and I talked, and we said, hey, we know that Bryce and Russell are going to do all of the passing for position. We just have to do our jobs and just keep us in it the whole day and not lose all the work they did. That way, at the end of the race, we can have Bryce in a position to challenge for a podium position and maybe even the win. Who knows? During this drive, I entered the track in second place, came off the track in fourth. I completed 17 laps. My fastest lap was on lap 13, which was a 2-minute, 24.69 second lap time. It was 2.83 seconds better than the first session I did for the day. So to Kart 47, so long, partner. It's been a fun one. Thanks for your help. Here we go into the pits. Let's take the seatbelt off, swim through. Let's start slowing the cart down. Let's look for the pit. Where is it? There it is. Slow down, skid, get up, get out of the way. I'm done for the day. I have to make sure Bryce has everything he needs because he's in the cart in 40 minutes. I'm now a cheerleader. Let's go.
I do that a few times, drive like idiots.
Bryce, what do you need?
Good. I'm just gonna go.
You got plenty of juice on your phone?
I'm gonna charge again.
Huh?
I have my plug. I'll plug it in.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go chill out for a little bit.
Bleeding, I don't know.
Is he done?
Yep.
What's the race name?
No problem.
It is 3:07 p.m. The race ends at 5 o'clock, so we have an hour and, I can't do math, 53 minutes. Justin is doing his, I just got off track, did my last stint. Right now we're in 4th place. How many seconds are we behind the leader? We're 58 seconds behind first place, and we have Bryce coming up next for 90 minutes, and he's the fastest dude out here, so, I mean, it doesn't, that's all we can give it, so, and I see some storm clouds starting to develop a little bit, but I think we're okay. All right. Remember the forecasted storms later in the day? Well, look on the left side of the screen. That is a massive thunderstorm forming south of the track and appears to be headed towards the track. Justin's second drive was not recorded. He went on track in 4th place, and throughout his 40-minute drive, got as high as 2nd place when other teams came into the pits. He too was able to find a partner on track and was able to hang with them and made some really good lap times. Justin completed 17 laps. His fastest was his 16th lap with a time of 2 minutes, 23.29 seconds, an improvement of 2.74 seconds compared to his first session of the day. Bryce started the final session of the day in 4th place.
We're in it.
All right, Bryce is in. We are in, what place are we in? 3rd?
We're in 3rd right now.
Bryce is purple.
Only 43.8 behind.
He's running about 3 seconds faster.
3
4 seconds faster.
to 4 seconds faster than everyone in front of him.
3 to 4 seconds faster than people in front of him. Okay. We're in 3rd spot right now.
3rd spot right now. He's just done like 4 220s
So they're done.
in a row. So
Bryce turned his camera on during his drive. These 2 karts are lap karts. We've worked really hard all day to put us in this exact position, which was part of our strategy. We've got our fastest driver for the last 90 minutes of the race. We've got a shot to win this thing. We're now in 2nd place, and you heard Bryce's dad say how much faster Bryce is running than the other drivers in front of him. We calculated about how many laps it would take for Bryce to catch the leaders, and we told them this over the radio. This lap coming up is going to be the fastest lap of the entire race overall. Bryce is going to run a 2-minute, 20.37 second lap. It's going to be on his 15th lap of 38 laps completed for this drive. The leader is not the kart in front of us, but the one in front of them. That's the number 51 BBD Racing team made up of pro karters. You may remember them from earlier in the video. One of their drivers, Nathan, passed me during my first stint, roughly in this part of the track, earlier in the day. And here we are, primarily rental kart drivers, competing against not just them, but all the other teams that are made up of pro drivers or drivers that race in other series that are higher level than rental kart racing. And we're in 2nd place with a really good chance to take the lead and win $10,000. I mean, we still can't believe it at this point that we put ourselves in this position. Well, our strategy was to put ourselves in this position, but now it's here. Now it's real. And we're towards the end of the race. Everyone's cards are out on the table. We kind of know what everyone has. And now the results are going to be what they're going to be. Quick weather update. I was tracking the storm on a weather app, and the storm stayed south of the track. I told Bryce over the radio, it's not going to rain. Don't worry about it. Just focus on driving. Not that he could worry about it or do anything about it, rather, if it did rain, but it's just one less thing that he has to worry about. just focus on driving, catch the leaders, make the pass, and try to pull away. I'm going to let the rest of the race play out using only on track and some pit footage that I have, so you can see what it was like for us to experience the race ending as it happened in real time. I hope you enjoy. Dude, we're in second place. First place is right there.
How do we see your last light?
I'll turn the GoPro on.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
There he is, there he is.
That's it. That's position.
Capture that.
Woo! Yes, sir.
Capture that.
We're in first place.
50 more minutes. Let's go. Let's go.
We got 52 minutes. Got a small heart rate. I'm not doing anything. 108. It was 114 a second ago. Say that last thing again.
Yeah, we just gotta cruise this thing home.
Yeah, this one you got about a lap and a half left, a little less. It's 4:58 on the time. 2 minutes left. Don't stop till you see a checkered flag. Don't stop till you see a checkered.
Don't stop.
Don't stop until you see the checkered flag. Keep going. We'll tell you when. Kevin's right here by us.
Okay. You gotta wait a walk. We're gonna have a checker.
Okay, it's 5 o'clock right now.
Okay.
Where are you on track?
And the ball, the north track.
10-4.
Bryce is over here.
Mike, y'all throwing checker now or what? It's 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
You're throwing checker when the scoring system says throw it. So, I mean, it's...
We're a little.
There he is right there.
There's Bryce right there.
I don't know.
He's throwing it for Bryce right there. No, the race is over. The race is that's what I made the announcement. The race is over. Y'all check.
Yeah, just hold position. Hold position. They're supposed to throw it now. They're supposed to throw it, but just keep going. If they don't throw it, keep going.
Go. Just keep going. There it is.
Okay, they're gonna throw it. It's over.
I don't believe it. Is it over?
It's over, dude. We got it.
Oh my God.
We got it. We got it.
All right. All right. Hey, thank you for the help.
Fantastic,
Wow.
Bryce.
I cannot believe it.
Fantastic.
Thank you guys.
Oh, heck yeah, Chris.
Incredible, dude.
Everything y'all needed to do.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We're waiting for you in the pits, brother. I go. Right here.
Stay in this lane.
Stay in this lane, okay. Yeah.
Good job, my friend. Good job.
Yeah.
Go weigh in, okay, buddy? All right, man. Good job, dude. Good job, man.
Ah.
Good job, man.
Hey.
Good job, Bryce. Good job, bud.
Yeah. Did it, baby. Did it, baby.
That's the winner, right?
Team name?
Chrono Kart Rejects, right here.
All right.
144.
All right, dude. Great job, dude.
Fucking go!
Oh, dude. Thank you. You picked well for our lights driver. Yes.
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh,
bro.
thanks, dude.
Hey, congratulations.
That was awesome. Wow. Oh, dude.
Fantastic.
Oh, I cannot believe it.
I love you. Good job.
The anticipation.
Oh, good
Wow. Get him out of his suit.
Fucking got it, dude.
Fucking got it. Awesome, man.
20.3.
Yes, sir. Hey, before we get Russell.
The 35 of Team Kiwi. And your winner, with a margin of 48 seconds plus, is the 49 of Rental Kart Region.
You got some age on the team and no beauty, so. Yeah, we got beauty. Yeah.
So that's the story of the 8-hour endurance race and how we won it. You can see here the margin between first and second was only 48 seconds. Over the course of 8 hours, that is not a very big margin at all. That's an average of 6 seconds per hour. And you can see here the top 4 teams finished within 1 minute of each other. So this could have gone 4 different directions for the win. I want to thank Bryce's parents for all of their help during the race. And I'll end by saying this, and I think I speak for the rest of the team when I do say this. Winning the money was nice, but that's not what made this event memorable to us. What made it memorable is the accomplishment of what we did that day. A lot of the other teams were better than us on paper, and there were definitely a lot of other better drivers that we were racing against, but we had a really good strategy and we pulled it off and we did it. I know this is a long video, it's the longest video I've ever made, but it was important for me to document what happened that day because someday I'm gonna get old and I won't be able to drive and do the things I love to do, and I can go back and watch this and remember what it was like. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you.
Justin? Dude, they are awesome, man.
Hey, your first autograph.
Yeah,
How about it?
that never happens. Wow.
Hey.
Wow, that was cute.
We drove too, though, you know?
Yeah, wait.
Hey, he drove and,
Hey, dude.
and he drove.
Really good. It wasn't,
I drove.
it wasn't just holding.